Hello everybody, welcome to class. This video here is just to kind of go over a little bit of what to expect. So Blackboard, how to sign up for Webassign, and then I'm going to show you how to navigate Webassign a little bit. So the best way to start this off is just to go to Blackboard and find our class. So our class is going to be MAT080 Z05. And let me put this in student preview mode so you can see, so it looks exactly like your screen. So the most important section right here is going to be this section right here, which is the My Announcement section. As you can see, I've already uploaded a bunch of announcements starting last week. Probably the most important one is going to be the Webassign instructions. So let me show you the syllabus first. So in the left-hand side, this is called the gray navigation panel. At least that's what I call it. It may have a special name, I don't know. Underneath course overview, so let's click on that, you're going to see two documents. The first, Webassign instructions, and then the second, course syllabus. Let's go over to syllabus real quick. I expect you to read this over, so I'm not going to go over it in great detail, but I do want you to go over it. So, as you can see here, class section time, it says Z05, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What that means is that you can do this class whenever you want. Doesn't matter. Next, final exam. So the final exam is going to be December 14th through December 20th, 2021. So what I'm going to do is I will unlock the final exam on December 14th, and then it is due December 20th. So you have all week to work on it. Whenever you want, whenever you're done with it, you were done with the class, which is great. So instructor, my name is John Float, fall 2021. My office hours are listed here. If these hours don't, coincide with your time, that's fine. Just let me know. We can set up an appointment Monday through Friday at any time, any day that works for both of us. So all I need to know is just when are you available? Now, the best way to contact me is my email. All right, and I have it linked on the syllabus. So if you wanted to, all you have to do is just click on this, and if you have a computer set up so it automatically opens your mail, it'll do that. If not, just go to your email and just email me. If you want to, you can leave me a voicemail on my department phone in my office. The problem with that is I'm not in my office at all. So if you leave a voicemail, I'll get an email saying that there's a voicemail and I can hear it, but it's normally like a day or two late when I get those emails. So the best thing, if you really wanted to contact me, is just use my email right from the start. So let's see, this is MAT080. So prerequisites are going to be the placement test. You can read the description and the course outcomes. Here's the big question right here, which is the book. Everybody always wants to know what the book is. So our book is right here. Now, if you have the syllabus on your computer, which I'm hoping you're looking at it right now through your computer, you can click right on this link. It's going to take you directly to our book. So let's go ahead. Let's do that. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's your book, Pre-Algebra 2nd edition. And you got some options. Okay. First, it gives you a summary. If you want to read that, that's fine. All right. On the left-hand side, you got table of contents. You have view online, download a PDF, and then order a print copy. Each one of these is pretty much the same except for the order print copy. We'll go over that in a second. Personally, I like the view online option because what it does is it just maximizes your screen to our book itself, okay? So right now we start off on chapter 1. So right here on the right-hand side, you're going to see chapter 1. This is just a chapter outline. Let's say, for example, you wanted to go straight to adding whole numbers, which is section 1-2. So it's going to take you to 1-2. It's going to tell you, okay, here's what you're going to learn. And it kind of starts you off with just a couple examples. And then it goes through a little bit more on how to use addition notation. Example 1.11, you can translate the math notation to words. So this would be like 7 plus 1 or the sum of 7 and 1. But what's really nice about this is you will have examples that will provide you with solutions. Then they have try it. They'll have a couple examples where it's just try it and you do it on your own. The answers to the try it are at the end. All right. So they are still there. It's just you can't see them right here. All right. Then it gives you some models, which is really nice. Once again, you got more examples with some solutions in it. More examples with solutions. And what's really nice about the online text is that if you scroll all the way down, so I'm scrolling all the way down. Give me 1 second. Translate, some applications, perimeter. At the very end, right before it says section 1-2 exercises, every section will have a media section, which will give you videos on how to do some of the examples within class. So like, for example, if I were to click on adding whole numbers right here, the third video, if I click on it, it takes you directly to YouTube, and then there's a video here that will help you with what this section is. Every single section will have this media thing, okay? Also, within the homework, this within the exercises, this is not the homework I assigned. This is strictly there for you to practice, all right? But if it has a little link to it, when you click on it, it takes you right to the solutions. So problem number 59, 5 plus 2, the sum of 5 and 2, those are the answers to problem 59, okay? So then you should be asking yourself, okay, well, where is our homework? Our homework is going to be located in Webassign, and I'm going to go over that in a minute, all right? I'm not done with this yet, okay? So what I want to do here is go back to, let's see, can I go? Yeah, I'll just click back. It should let me. There we go. So I'm going to go back to this right here, which is the table of contents, view online, download a PDF. The PDF is fantastic if you're looking at your book on like a tablet or something like that, like a tablet or a cell phone. The PDF is perfect. But if you wanted a physical copy to our book, okay, you're going to click on order a print copy here, or let me go back to our syllabus real quick. Sorry. Or I have the link to our specific book right here. So if you prefer a physical copy of our text, you can purchase it using the link below. The physical copy is not required. I'll go over why in a minute. Now, here's our book right here. It's on Amazon. Now, you can buy the hardcover version for $48.50. However, if you come over to here, other sellers, it gives you both options. So the hardcover is $48.50. The paperback is $38.80. Like I said, this is if you want a physical book in your hands, okay? This is entirely up to you. It is not required. So now what I want to do is I want to transition into Webassign. I want to show you what that's like, okay? Because Webassign, you absolutely need for this class. It is required. So what I have here is just, sorry, maybe I went too fast there. If you go back in the Blackboard, underneath Course Overview, okay, you're going to see Webassign instructions. Now, some of us have already registered, and that's fantastic, okay? But let's go ahead, let's click on this, and I'm going to zoom in here. And all you have to do is follow the steps. Step 1, go to this website. If you just move your mouse over this website and click on it, it's going to take you directly to the picture that you see below right here. So enter the course code shown below. Well, what's our course code? It's right here. So if you want to, you could just copy, so highlight it, and you can copy and paste this. Or if you go to type it in, make sure you type it in exactly how it looks. So make sure you put a space in between PA and 9 and put a space in between 0 and 3, okay? Then you're going to click on enroll, and then you're going to see this page right here. Just go ahead, click on continue, enter your account email. If you enter your email and password if you have an account. If you do not, you got to create an account. So that's why I have this circled right here, create a new account. And it's going to ask you, are you a student or are you an instructor? Now you got to select in student because you're a student. Choose an email that you prefer. All right. Personally, I like it when you use your ccac.edu email, but excuse me, if you don't use that, use an email that you check. All right. More on that later. Enter the required information, your first name, last name, your birth year. The institution is going to be the community, or the institution is Community College of Allegheny County. That's what it is. Don't use CCAC. That's an abbreviation. Time zone, that's pretty important because I make things due at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you use the proper time zone. I want to receive important sending age updates and information. No, don't click that because you're just going to get emails from them like every day and it gets annoying. But you do have to click on the I agree to the terms of use and privacy policy. Then click next. As soon as you click next, you will be then asked to verify your email address. That is why you got to use an email address that you check. So you go to that email. It's going to say, click here to verify the account that you just created. And when you do that, it's going to say, okay, let's set up a password. Use a password that you're going to remember. That's easy to remember because I have no ability to change your password if you forget it. Like, you got to contact Webassign, and sometimes that can take a day because they get busy. So use a password and an email address that you're going to check and that you know. Once your password is created, you're going to be redirected back to the Webassign login page, and you just log in. Now, you may have a page like this. Everybody's computer is a little bit different, all right? But this is the one that popped up for me. Excuse me. And in bold is very important, all right? So let me highlight it so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So if you were waiting on financial aid, you do not have to purchase anything at registration. What's going to happen is you're going to get approximately 2 weeks of free access. And now this is available to all students automatically. If you are receiving financial aid, you can go to the financial aid office and say, I need Webassign for my math course. And the math course is MAT080. I think, what are we again? MAT080, what are we? MAT080 Z05. My professor is Mr. Float. And they're going to give you Webassign right there. And what they're going to say is, okay, whenever your financial aid refund kicks in, we're going to deduct the amount that Webassign actually cost. So at CCAC, I don't even know how much it costs. Let's look it up real quick. So CCAC bookstore should already be there. So let me see here. Bookstores. CCAC shop. There we go. Shop by course. South Campus Fall. Math 165. Nope, we are Math 80. Z05. Find the materials. So Webassign is $52.75. Now, for my first year students, that is extremely cheap. For my returning students, we all know how much books can cost. Books are very expensive. Let me add another course here, and we can see just how much like a different subject is. So chemistry. Let's go 151, which is your standard chemistry course. Let's see how much. So you got two options, $153, or the second option is $140. My goal this semester was to make our course accessible and as cheap as possible. That was my goal. So I realize, spending money stinks, but we got, unfortunately, we have to. My course is 1/3 of the cost of the chemistry course. So I try to make it as cheap as possible. Now, let me show you what Webassign actually looks like. So once you're registered and you're in class, okay? I'm going to put this in student view. So when you sign in and you get into class, if you have multiple classes in Webassign, and you got to select the one that you need. So as you can see here are all my classes. But we're Math080 Z05. So I'm going to click on that and click on Go. So right here is going to be your home page, okay? Let's see here. Across the top, you got Home, My Assignments. Notice there are no current assignments right now. There will be later today. I'm going to upload assignments today, so don't worry. There's homework the first day. However, I make all homework due at the end of the week, okay? So you got grades, communication, calendar, and look at this, my ebook. And if you look in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, here's our book again. So in Webassign, I already have our book linked. So even if you didn't select, or even if you didn't click on the web address in our syllabus, it's already included in our class. I already have it all set up for us. So like I said, if you wanted to, you can just click on this, and it's going to take you right back to our book, which is fantastic. So whole numbers, section 1, 2. Remember this, adding, 3 plus 4 is 7. It's all there. It's all there, okay? But what I want to do now is show you what a typical homework problem or a homework assignment looks like. So I need to go into a different class. Don't worry, because here's my sample homework assignment. So you would click on the homework assignment, and here's what a sample assignment looks like, okay? So as you can see here, I kind of have a little bit of already filled out, but I'm going to just go over this. Far right side, print assignment, okay? Some of us like to do our homework on pencil and paper, and that is fine, but you still have to type in your answers here. But if you want to, you can print up the homework every single time, and then you have, a tangible piece of paper in your hand. You can do the work. The only thing I'm going to say here is this. When you print your homework, you got to be careful because sometimes it can get a lot. And this homework is 16 pages long. So, and the reason why it's 16 pages long is, notice problem number 1 is one whole page. Actually, it extends to a little bit on the second page. All right. So that's just one of those things where it's like, if this is, if you want to print it, that's fine. It's up to you. You don't have to though. Second, current score. As you can see here, it'll tell you how many questions are on this homework. So in this sample assignment, there are, 37 total questions. All right. And you can see each one is worth a certain amount of points. For example, the first one is worth 5. Second problem is worth 5. The third problem is worth 5. The fourth problem is worth 1 point and so forth. On the right-hand side is total score. So you could see as you go ahead and you start doing the homework, this will start to populate and your score increases. If you need an extension on the homework, and that's fine, I get it. Life gets in the way sometimes. I'm cool with that. All you have to do is just click on request extension, and this is going to pop up here. All right. And what I need you to do is just fill this out. So let's say, for example, this homework is due, you can see here on the right-hand side, it's due Sunday, September 12th, 2021. All right. So let's say, for example, you can't do it that day because you were celebrating a religious holiday on the 12th. All right. And you need just an extra day. All you have to do is just click on the extra day that you need. Tell me the time. Normally, I make it due at the end of the day, so you got all day to work on it. And if you wanted to, you can give me a reason for the exemption, or for the extension. You don't have to type anything here, but if you wanted to, you could just, you could type whatever you wanted there. And then just click submit. And what happens is I get an email that says this student would like an extension on this homework, and then I just give you the extension. Not a big deal. The most important thing right now is that if you have any questions, all you have to do is email me and ask. If I don't get back to you within 24 hours, spam me again, email me again, and I'll get back to you, okay? Now, let's look at a typical homework problem. So we're going to go down to problem number 3. So you can scroll like I'm scrolling now, or you could just click on it. So here's a problem where it says find the place value of each digit in the given number. And I want to show you some things here, okay? So the first is, let's say the 9. So the 9 is in the hundreds position. The 8, so let's scan here. The 8, that looks like it's in the 100 billions. The 4 is in the 10 millions. The 6 is in the, let's see here, that's going to be a million, a billion, so that's going to be the trillions. The, the 2, let's see, where is that 2? Okay, so this 2 right here, there it is, it's highlighted in blue. That is in the thousands position. Now, I'm going to deliberately get this problem wrong because I want you to see something, all right? So it's in the thousands. However, oh, look at that, and that's great. Last saved Tuesday, September 7th. So you're going to see that pop up while you're doing your homework. More on that in a minute. So we know 2 is in the thousands, but I'm going to select the hundreds on accident, all right? Or let's say I believe it was in the hundreds. You got 2 options down here at the bottom. Practice another version, which is exactly what it means. You're going to practice another problem. Or submit last answer. So I'm going to submit the answer, and I want you to see what happens. Now, we know that last part is wrong. So let's submit the answer. And as you can see here, I got the first one correct, green check mark. Second one correct, green check mark. Third and fourth are correct, but letter E obviously is incorrect. You have a red X. Now, if you scroll all the way up to the top, Notice question 3, it says you got 4 out of 5 points correct, and my score increased a little bit. So what's nice about the homework is I give you unlimited attempts at the homework. And what I mean by that is if we go ahead and click on problem 3 and we go down, you can click on thousands, submit answer, and now it's correct. So I give you unlimited attempts at the homework. Also, notice that anytime you click submit, right here in the middle, top middle of your screen, it's going to say submitted, which means your homework saves every single time you submit an answer. And it periodically automatically saves it as well. So if your power goes out or the internet goes out, you could pick up exactly where you left off, okay? So let's look at problem 4. Name the number using words. So this is 1094. So we're going to look for 1094, which looks like it's going to be this option right here. Notice I click on submit. So I got it correct, which is great. Right here in green, it says submitted, which is awesome. If I scroll up for problem number 4, there's now a green check mark. It's fully correct. And my score increased a little bit. Okay. Now there's one more thing I want to show you here. Actually, 2 more things. So let's scroll all the way down. We're going to go all the way down to the last problem. Okay. Excuse me. So problem number 36. It says list all positive factors of 72. Well, let's say you went over this in your notes and everything, and you really didn't fully understand it. What I want you to do is I want you to look on the right-hand side, and you're going to see on the far right side of the screen, it says ask your teacher. I need you, and I am pleading with you to use this feature for 2 reasons. First, everybody in the room, everybody in this class has a different number 36. They're all different, okay? So if you just email me out of the blue and say, Professor Float, I don't know how to do problem 36 out of our homework, and it's chapter 1, section 1, I'm going to go, I don't know what your number 36 is. I have no idea what it is. If you use this feature right here and you just type anything in like I forget or I forgot how to do this. Sorry, I'm typing. Okay? And you hit send, I will get a notification with your specific problem. And then what I can do is go, oh, okay, I know the problem, and what I do is I just write something up, or I can make like a little video or something like that. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to show you. The second thing is I want to compare problems number 35 and 36. So when I put my cursor right here where I got to type in the answer, notice that a little box popped up and it says enter exact number. Let me see. Can I zoom in a little bit on that? So you can kind of see it. Yeah. See how it says enter exact number? Okay. And what they're asking for is an exact number, not a decimal, not a square root number or anything like that. No decimal. They want an exact number. Okay. Now, watch what happens when I click on the input box for number 36. And what I mean by that is on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see a little math palette pop up. So I'm going to do this in 3, 2, 1, click. And notice on the right-hand side of your screen, this math palette popped up. If you are writing your math correctly, then you can type it in exactly the way you wrote it. For example, let's say this answer was 1/3. Well, you would click on the fraction, and even if you just leave your cursor or your mouse over that image, it'll say frac, which is short for fraction. Click on it. Then notice the cursor is blinking right here. So you would type in a 1 for the numerator. Then if you wanted to, you can move your cursor down and click here and put a 3, or you can use your arrows. All right. If you need to keep typing, then you would click to the right of the number or use your arrows. And then you can use whatever you want. You can put a plus. And then if you need an exponent, sorry. Let's say you wanted to put 1/3 plus x to the second power. Well, you would type in 1/3, use your keyboard for the letter x, and then the exponent to the third power. Okay? So if you are writing your math neatly, you can type in your answer exactly the way it looks. Okay? Now, lastly, some problems will have this tutorial thing to the right. Tutorial is 100% optional. You don't have to. If you know how to do this problem, that's fine with me. But if you don't, you can always click on the tutorial, and a tutorial is going to pop up, and it's going to walk you through on how to do that problem. Okay? Once you're done with this, you would just click on Submit, and then you would type your answer in here. Okay? Lastly, I guess I keep saying lastly. I'm pretty bad at this. The last thing is submit assignment. Now remember, anytime you type something in and you hit submit answer, it automatically saves. But at the end of the homework, if you want to, and I highly recommend this just to make sure everything was saved, you would just click on submit an assignment. And what this does is, excuse me, it will submit your homework to your gradebook, okay? But what's beautiful here is this. Let's say you submitted it. This is the score that's going to be in your grade, in your gradebook. 20.3%. You're like, oh no, what do I do? Well, guess what? I give you unlimited attempts. So you can come right back to the problem that you didn't finish, and you can start, and you could pick up exactly where you left off. So, for example, the 8 is going to be in the 10 millions position here. The 3 is in the 10,000s position. The 9 is in the thousands position. And the 6 is in the ones position. So notice, even though I've already submitted my homework, I can click on Submit Answer. Scroll all the way up for question number 2. Number 2 is completely done. My score increased. And it'll change in the gradebook as well. If you want to, just click on Submit Assignment just one more time to guarantee that you know it's in there. Okay? And that is basically it for this intro video. I know it's a lot, but hopefully you can follow through it. The most important thing right now is to get signed up on Webassign. Massively important, okay? Remember, you don't have to spend any money today. If you wanted to, sign up, get your free 2 weeks, go over to the CCAC bookstore and get your Webassign passcode, and they'll deduct it directly from your financial aid. If you're not waiting for financial aid and you're paying for this, this is the last thing that I want to go over real quick. Single term is for the fall semester only. So the single term, if you buy it online, is $37.95. Okay? Multi-term is for fall and spring semester, and that's $55.90. Okay? Now remember, at the bookstore, it's $52.75, and that is multi-term. That's for 1 year. Guarantee that though. Ask them. Make sure. Okay? Make sure. But if you just want to buy it today and you're going to use your debit card or something like that, you can select which option. Personally, we're going to be using Webassign next semester, so maybe the multi-term is going to be the best for you. All right? But with that being said, that's it. You're registered for the class. I'm going to start uploading homework right after I'm done uploading this video for us. If you have any questions, please do not wait to ask. All you got to do is email me. Talk to you soon, and good luck this semester.